Hey. Alright, y'all, what's going on? It has been a long ass time, I know. We'll get into a little explanation further on down the line. Welcome back to the I Am Bruce Leroy channel. Obviously, this is your boy Bruce Leroy. Before we get started with today's video, I need to do a few things for me as always. Like, comment, subscribe, follow, kick all y'all asses. Now it's better. You know I do already. Follow me on both my social medias, Twitter, Snake Eyes.
Steve, bang! That's alright.
You can tell we're a little bit rusty. It's been a minute. All social media platforms is at I Am Bruce Leroy, okay? So yeah, why the hiatus? Why you know you haven't been posting in about like a week, right? So I don't know. I was a little bit embarrassed to say that I had a cold sore. So for a whole entire week I had a cold sore. Also, the Eagles season has ended and it's been a lot of bullshit that's been taking place. So I really needed to clear my head. And then I was behind on a lot of other shit I was trying to do too. So I just needed 1 week where I don't do no Eagles content. I don't have to worry about the goddamn Philadelphia Eagles. I don't have to worry about doing no kind. I don't have to feel like, oh my god, I gotta get this done so I'm not late for work, and I gotta get this done and sacrifice my sleep. So it's just good to get a full weekend reset. We're back on a regular scheduled program, at least one video a week. If there is something different, I'll let you know ahead of time, right? Also, I know some of you wondering, like, why your social media hiatus? Why didn't you let us know? I did let y'all know on Twitter I had a cold sore. But I was kind of like, I don't think I did. I let y'all know I was taking a break. So, part of it, 50% of it was I had a cold sore on my mouth for an entire week. I had to let that shit get off. I'm having this big-ass red velvet cookie on my mini size on my goddamn lip and y'all gonna clown the shit out of me for it. And even if y'all don't, some of y'all don't see it, y'all gonna clown the shit out of me for it later on. Alright? I ain't taking no chances with that shit. Secondly, I needed the break. I needed to refresh. I needed to just kind of get my shit together. So I'm like more organized throughout my day, but we are back. Okay? So, this is going to be like a double upload weekish kind of thing. So the first thing we're going to be talking about is the Philadelphia Eagles because there's been some breaking news. I know I said, well, you wasn't going to do a video till the offseason. It needs to be done now while it's somewhat fresh in my mind so y'all can get my real raw reactions. This news is approximately about a week late, but like I said, out of the cold sore, ain't really shit I can do about it. On the flip side of it, we're going to do basically one button video a week. That's the goal. If we can get in two, great, but I'm going to hold myself accountable to do at least one button video a week. Also, let me know, guys, in the comments what other content you like me to react to. So here's what I was planning. I'm going to scour through like some TikTok compilations online, just kind of like how we did the red flags. I missed those. If I could find something similar to that, I would love to do another reaction with that. So I'll scour around the internet to find that we're not just doing the button the whole time because the Eagles are not in the championship, right? I told you my GOAT did his thing. I did not. Also, too, here's another reason I actually took a social media hiatus, by the way. Just letting you guys know. I took a social media hiatus because I didn't watch the Ravens and the Chiefs game. And I taped it. I still haven't gotten around. I've been so goddamn busy. I haven't gotten around to actually, I haven't gotten around to watching the game. So I didn't feel like it was a point in me being on social media if I'm going to get, oh, everything's going to happen during that game. I'd rather just stay on social media for a bit, watch the game, and then come back when I watch the game and talk about the game. Even though I'm going to be late as shit on a lot of stuff I already, you know, that's been out on the internet already, at least I'm just kind of caught up with everything, right? So the first thing we're going to start off with today, because we are doing a button video, the first part is double upload, is talking about the recent coaching hires, the Sirianni and the Howie Roseman press conference, and we're going to talk about a couple coaches that we've hired, or really one of them. Okay, so, and then the other coaches that we hired as far as like the positional coaches, I don't remember their fucking names. So I got it written down, so like, why you remember their names? Because they're fucking brand new, bro. I never heard of them until they get hired them. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So let's get started. Let's talk about the press conference, right? What took place. So I put out a little short that basically said that, you know, this team, I knew when Sirianni wasn't fired within 24 hours, I knew the nigga was going to keep his job. I just knew it. So that's first and foremost. Secondly, going to the Howie Roseman and Nick Sirianni thing, right? So Howie Roseman acknowledged that people were, having a conversation about the linebacker position and saying that, people are kind of, I want to say overreacting. Yeah. So basically, I'm paraphrasing. He basically was saying like, yo, people overreacting. They do look good at linebacker. Cunningham actually played pretty good throughout the majority of the season. I'm being honest with you. He's like our best linebacker in coverage all year, and he was actually solid. I'll give him that. You know what I'm saying? I know people don't want to look at it that way because the last 7 weeks have left a nasty taste in our mouth as Eagles fans. Pause. But at the end of the day, the reality situation is Zach Cunningham wasn't as bad. And I know everybody's ready to give up on the Kobe Dean because it's been like, this is really his first full year started. I think he's been in the league. He might be coming into his third or fourth year. I'm going to say he's coming into his third year. Okay? So everybody got to calm down about the Nakobe Dean situation. Again, I realized like, the sample size wasn't good enough. He looked a little bit too average, looked questionable in coverage. He actually did have one good game against Washington. Not in coverage, but as far as making plays, tackle for loss, I think, he did actually, I don't know if it was half a sack or a sack. Washington, he actually played pretty good. Just the coverage shit he got. I thought he was really good in Georgia. For some odd reason, it's not the case now. And that's what everybody got to understand. When you are undergoing injuries, you're undergoing debilitated injuries. Like he had a foot injury that kept, haggling him through the majority of the year. He's not really going to be 100%. And that's what people got to understand. If you're moving on your foot, and I think it was like a friend's fracture, something of that nature. I don't remember the exact name of the injury, but it was something along those lines of what I just said. When you move on your feet, right? So if your foot is not, if you got an injured foot, how can you really judge a player and really put that much expectation of, considering the fact this is his first full year starting. His first full year starting. So you got to chill out. You got to give him some time. If next year he doesn't do shit, and by the way, shout out to Nakobe Dean for kind of like, reassuring the fans that like, he understands. He kind of, in a way, held himself accountable. Jordan Davis, and much of y'all say, well, you should have drafted Kyle Hamilton. Let me tell you something right now. I know I'm kind of scatterbrained, but I have to mention this too, okay? Kyle Hamilton would not have been successful as a Philadelphia Eagle. And I'm going to tell you why he was not going to be successful as a Philadelphia Eagle. Because we do not have the coaches to train, to develop players. We do not have the coaches. And what did I tell y'all? What did I tell y'all in the beginning before this goddamn regular season even started? What did I tell you? I don't like the way the young defensive backs are playing. Whoever's the DB coach is not doing his job. Who the fuck said that during the preseason? This dude right here, Mr. Daddy Bruce. I said that shit. I put that out there. None of y'all niggas was talking. I'm the one who said around about. I'm like, something is wrong with these young cornerbacks. Now, granted, Kelly Ringo proved to be wrong toward the end of the season, but something's wrong with them. They're not, Eli Ricks has some flashes here and there. Job is not good enough to start, but he's good enough. He's good enough as a depth piece. But yeah, I'm like, these guys aren't being taught right. So if we got young guys who aren't being taught correctly, and it's a complete drop from Denard Wilson, who I believe is, I didn't even get the news on my feed, probably because I was saying on social media. He's now the defensive coordinator for the Tennessee Titans, so congratulations for him. I wish he would have stayed at Eagle, but I think Sirianni fired him. Okay? So, Kyle Hamilton, the way this scheme works with these guys, 5 to 7 yards back, damn near a whole first down marker away from the receiver. These guys are not being trained properly. They're not being coached properly. This defense isn't coached properly. You understand where I come from? So, it wouldn't have mattered if you got Kyle Hamilton. Now, granted, I did want Trent McDuffie. But, realizing later on and realizing how Jordan Davis is playing, his character from me, outside looking at, I'm like, this dude seemed like a solid guy, and he actually can play. And this year, he had a hell of a year. Overall, yes, towards the end, nobody really played good except for Cox, Milton Williams, and Brandon Graham. But, at the end of the day, everybody played bad. It wasn't just Jordan Davis, right? Yes, he got fined for being overweight, shit like that. And it is somewhat of an issue. But, Jordan Davis, man, he can play. I see the potential. I see the skill set. And he actually proved us wrong. He's shown us that he's actually a very capable pass rusher when he wants to. I get it. His thing is to run. I get that's his bread and butter. But he is capable of becoming a pass rusher. I just think it's just, man, the whole scheme was broken. Both defensive coordinators were complete garbage. The positional coaches weren't good. And that was pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Enough with the Kyle Hamilton bullshit. Kyle Hamilton developed what he's supposed to because he went to Baltimore. Baltimore is known. They've had the same coach for a long ass time. John Harbaugh's been over there for a long ass time. He's done a tremendous job over there. They got coordinators. This Tom McDonald guy, he's the best defensive coordinator in the league. And I know the Ravens lost, but in my opinion, he's the best defensive coordinator in the league, and he's a young mind. So he had guys over in Baltimore that knew what the hell they were doing. They have a philosophy of now. They have not strayed away from that. The philosophy is like, yo, Baltimore, we're going to play tough, physical, in your face. We're going to be a little dirty. We're going to talk that shit. But, like, they have an identity brought in by guys like A. Reed, guys like Ray Lewis. They came in, like, guys like Peter Boulware and so on and so forth. Terrell Suggs. They brought that culture in, and they've stayed committed to that culture. That's the difference between what we've done. Whereas we had something else that was different, and over time we decided to just, evolve into something else. Majority of it is less desirable. You understand where I'm coming from? So, yeah. So the Kyle Hamilton shit y'all talking about, it wouldn't have mattered. I don't think Kyle Hamilton would have even reached his full potential being on the Eagles because neither one of the coordinators were very good at their job, and that's pretty much it. Also, during the press conference, we figured out that it was actually not Howie Roseman. It wasn't up top. It was Sirianni's decision for real. Not he was trying to cover Howie Roseman's ass. No, it was his decision to fire Sean Desai 100%. He literally came to Howie Roseman and Howie Roseman approved it. So, much as we thought, okay, he's just covering for Howie Roseman's ass. No, that was 100% his decision. And Patricia wasn't any fucking better. And he's never been a good defender. He's a Belichick merchant, just like fucking. Goddamn, Bill O'Brien's a little better, I guess. But just like Josh McDaniels, these are Belichick merchants. They're not capable of becoming head coaches. They're not capable of doing something to create something outside on their own. Okay, I'm just keeping it real with you. Alright. So, moving forward with that. Also during the press conference, basically Sirianni's authority is completely gone. He's literally just going to be a figurehead. Which defeats the fucking purpose of them having him as a head coach. Because if you're an offensive-minded head coach, right, and you can't even fucking coach an offense, why the fuck are you? Why are you still a coach? All he's gonna be doing is just fucking sitting there. Then he was like, yeah, I'm going to go to your defensive meeting. You're not defensive. What the fuck are you gonna offer? You're like, yeah, hey guys, I got some pretzels and M&Ms. Who wants some? I mean, you might just like you might as well just be fucking offering snacks and refreshments to the fucking defensive room because you ain't gonna be doing shit over there, bruh. You're not a defensive coordinator. You don't know how to construct the defense. You wanted a defense that schematically is ineffective, and it showed. So we'll talk about that later on in just a bit. But what the fuck is outside of this nigga like probably offering some snacks and some refreshments and shit so motherfuckers can stay hydrated. If niggas hungry, he gonna be feeding them and shit. Outside of him being, I guess, a gracious host, what the fuck is Sirianni? They say I'm going to defensive meetings and I'm still heck. You don't do shit. So let's just say for instance, which I hope this happens obviously as an Eagles fan, but I'm gonna tell you what I think about what's been going on recently. And I'm going to admit I was wrong on a couple of things. Okay? So, Sirianni's power is completely stripped from him. Completely. And that's pretty much it. And then, like, he said, like, yeah, we're going to implement some of the things we did last year. Now, again, some of y'all niggas some of y'all content creators went fucking crazy. I didn't think it was nothing to really go crazy about. Because, like, yo, of course they're going to implement some of the stuff they did last year. You're not going to just scrap the whole fucking thing. He's still a head coach. You understand what I'm saying? So, for y'all to say, okay, everything's going to be completely 100% new and nothing from last year is going to carry on to this year, it's just not going to be the case. Of course it is. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. Another thing that I was wrong about is that there is going to be a change. How much change is the question, but there is going to be a change, and the change started with stripping Sirianni of all of his power, just basically being a figurehead. So let's just say, for instance, which again, as an Eagles fan, I hope this. Let's say they turn around the season. How much credit are we going to really give to Nick Sirianni? How much credit are we going to give him for being a cheerleader? He didn't do shit. He can't coach an office. Like, what credit are we giving him? And so yeah. So let's talk about these new coaches, man. And because it's going to follow up, it's going to make sense of what about me being incorrect about me saying there isn't going to be any change. And basically, I said in that short that I just posted with Fangio, because Fangio was the first person to be hired. So they interviewed a couple of coordinators. So they were really keen on Vic Fangio or Ron Rivera. I didn't want Ron Rivera because I'm going to be honest with you, no disrespect. What the fuck does Ron Rivera actually do? I didn't even know this nigga was a defensive-minded coach. Because in his tenure as a Panther, his defensive squads weren't always top 10. His defensive squad was a lot like Matt Ryan's Falcons squad. They were just inconsistent, and in the years that they happened to be up, their defense was up there. But they really, outside of obviously some guys that were really turned out to be really good players, future Hall of Famers, guys like Trey Boston was pretty good over there. Josh Norman had himself like a little 3-4 years, maybe 5-year stretch over there. Luke Kuechly is a Hall of Famer despite how short his career was there. I think Star Lutelli was really good on that team as well. So, and I believe Thomas Davis also was, arguably one of the greatest, arguably probably the greatest Panthers player in history. And for those that don't remember Thomas Davis, I just got to do y'all homework because I grew up watching football since about yay high. I know how good Thomas Davis is, and longevity is not even a question. You know what I'm saying? One of the most underrated players in NFL history. And definitely the best player to ever play for his franchise. Doesn't mean he's the best player out of ever, like a Julius Peppers or whatever the case may be, or Christian McCaffrey, whatever the case may be. I don't know about that. But just think about the tenure and how dominant he was in his tenure on the team. Thomas Davis, without question, the greatest Carolina Panther of all time. Argue with your mom. Anyway, bottom line, going back to what I was saying. So the first thing they do, I was strongly against them trying to hire Ron Rivera. But I'm thinking about it like this. Eric Bieniemy was the offensive coordinator for the Washington Commanders under Rivera's staff. So this means this. If Rivera could say, hey, I'll bring Bieniemy along, I'm cool with that. Because really, I wanted Sirianni to be fired. And I wanted Bieniemy to become the head coach of this football team. That's what I really wanted. Now, then obviously out of nowhere, Vic Fangio gets let go. I think it was right before the press conference. Vic Fangio gets let go of the Dolphins. Reports to say that, the players didn't like him. And then Tyreek Hill was talking about how Drew Pierce, whatever the nigga name is, Drew Rosenhaus is a Fed. Basically sounded like he was confirming, like, bro, don't say nothing. Tyreek Hill made this shit worse. Don't say nothing. So, I guess a lot of Dolphins players didn't like him. Vic Fangio was getting his ass beat. Now, listen. Overall, if we're going to talk about Vic Fangio's career overall, Vic Fangio had a pretty damn good career as a coach. Pretty damn good. His Broncos defenses were not bad. They were always contending. That was never an issue with this football team. Vic Fangio did a really good job with that defense. Wasn't perfect, had some maybe less than mid years, but pretty good nonetheless. Dolphins team fell apart because when you got guys all the way back, all teams got to do is say, if you got guys back, I'm just going to fucking go underneath on your ass all day. Move up the field. Worst case scenario, we're getting field goals. So we're still scoring in some way, shape, or form. Right? So, the craziest thing is, this scheme has fell apart. Completely fell apart. So according to Howard Roseman's logic, the scheme didn't fall apart. It was the person running the scheme. And so, basically, they hired Vic Fangio as the new defensive coordinator. Though the scheme fell apart, the scheme showed it's not effective. It doesn't work. It doesn't work at all. They're like, fuck that. We've been getting moguls or prodigies under the scheme, but now we got the guy. We got the guy we wanted the whole time. Because they wanted him last year, because if you remember, he was a consultant a defensive consultant towards the Super Bowl, you know, ish. Around the playoff time into the Super Bowl, he was a consultant with Jonathan Gannon, was our defensive coordinator. So, you know, that's what he was doing. But Vic Fangio is hired. And then it's crazy because, you know, no disrespect to Joey Shakes or anything like that. He said something that didn't make any sense. And again, he played football, I get it. But he says that the coaches aren't supposed to be your friend. But that's correct. But if the players hate your ass, and you only been there a year, mind you, a full season of wins. So let's just say, for instance, I'm going to take it at Joey Shakes where like, you know what? You're going to need somebody who's going to be tough. You're not going to like tough people at first, but you'll appreciate them later on. That would have happened. None of the players throughout the whole, because over time, it's like at the beginning, like, man, I hate this motherfucker. He always getting on my ass. But later on, as the season goes along and you start getting successful, you start to realize, hey, maybe this guy isn't so bad after all. And you start to, you know, you start to actually develop a bond with the guy. You understand where I'm coming from? So it goes from like, God damn, this motherfucker's too hard on me, to like, I see why this person was hard on me. Because look at our success. But the defense was not successful towards the end of the season. I know people want to say injuries, doesn't matter. Players play, players execute the scheme. The scheme was proven ineffective because the teams found a loophole. Loophole is, yo, I'm just going to just go underneath the whole fucking time. And there's nothing you can do about it. I'm going to move up the field on your ass. You got your safeties all the way back. Hey, we just going to move down the field. We're going to march down the field on your ass like a goddamn Macy's Thanksgiving parade. It's not going to be a problem. Right? So I'm like, what the fuck? My first instinct is like, what the fuck is going on? And now listen, I was only for the Rivera hire because it would have almost guaranteed, almost, I wouldn't say 100%, would have almost guaranteed Bieniemy becoming an OC here. Because I really wanted him to be the head coach. I want Sirianni ass to be gone, and I want Bieniemy to be our head coach. Because Bieniemy is a great offensive mind, and he's tough on his players. To the point where he had LaShawn McCoy, who's a veteran, complaining. He's tough on his players, he don't take no shit, and he actually knows how to, he's a fucking genius with the offense. So he brings the best, he brings toughness, accountability for players, and he brings a creative, genius offensive mindset. And that's how I want Bieniemy to be the head coach. What do I think about the hire? I don't like it. Number one, here's the thing. I'm going to go back to Joey Shakes' point about, you know, coaches are not here to be your friends, and so it's good to have a prick. Again, one thing I know about the best defensive minds, the best defensive coordinators, is that you fall in love. You want to play for him. Just like that guy, DeMeco Ryan, he's the defensive-minded coach. His team wants to play for him. So I don't give a fuck how good he is at the scheme or how tough he is on this. If I don't like this motherfucker and I don't trust him, I'm not going to play good for you. I'm not going to be encouraged to play good for you. So, yeah, I'm going to do what I got to do to go out there in the field, do what I do, but I don't like your ass. It is to the point where there was reports that were put out, I think about Jeff McClain, who Cox called him a fucking clown. That shit was hilarious. But reports put out by Jeff McClain that said that Dolphins players were going up to Mike McDaniels. Mind, this nigga hasn't even been in the building for a full season, saying they wanted his ass gone. That's not a guy I want. Because I'll give you another example. Matt Patricia. You think that Vic Fangio is going to talk to, do you think Darius Slay is going to, if this nigga, again, I know that Matt Patricia has history, I get it. But if you think that fucking Darius Slay's attitude was like a fucking badass kid with a substitute teacher in a classroom, imagine his attitude is going to be with Vic Fangio. Because I know this nigga's a hard ass. Pause. I know it. I know it. You think Slay gonna listen to this nigga? No, the fuck he's not. If anything, Slay has to go and retire before he ever, like, Slay don't, no disrespect, I think Slay is a better player than what most people give him credit for. But Darius Slay ass is not gonna sit up here and have somebody keep chewing him out in that manner. Like, Slay gonna go, Slay, how should I put it? Slay beats to his own drum. Pause. Pause. You know what I'm saying? He does what the fuck he wants to do. Like, whatever in his mind is set, it's set. You're not going to go over there and go try to bring some that little tough, hold them accountable, that hard ass mentality. You're not going to bring that over to him, because he's not going to fucking listen to you. He's going to dismiss. Same thing as like Seth Joyner was saying was right. But Seth Joyner is a hard ass. He don't give a fuck. Like, he a hard ass. Like yo, Seth Joyner is a, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was very, like, he a man's man. You know what I'm saying? And that Slade took what he said, instead of taking it as like, you know what, he has a point, he took it as disrespect. Versus, you know, trying to find a point what he was saying. So if he reacted negatively to Seth Joyner, who actually loves the Eagles, who was actually giving constructive criticism, if he was, you know, doing what he's doing with Matt Patricia on the sidelines in that playoff game, what the fuck you think he's going to do with Vic Fangio? Come on now. What do you think he's going to do to Vic Fangio? And if Dolphins players wanted this nigga out after 1 year, and I've never seen throughout Fangio's entire coaching career a player that really, really loved this dude, that really will go out to bat, that really loved this. I've never seen it. Ever. And his entire years of college, I've never seen like, yo, I play say I love Vic Fangio, and you know, kind of like my goddamn teacher's pet or something like that. I've never seen it. I'm not saying there isn't one, but I've never seen it. So to a certain extent, I get it. You have to be a hard ass in defense, like you gotta, you know, so you gotta be hard in your place. But just like goddamn Coach Boone from the fucking Remember the Titans, yo, they hated this nigga in the beginning. They had him doing up downs and shit, and they fell in love with the dude towards the end of the movie. Why? They were getting successful, and he showed that, hey, like, this is a guy I want to play for. You know what I'm saying? So it ended up being that way. So if a whole season passed and the players still don't respect you or still don't respect your vision, that's a problem. Because this team's already became, in a matter of 7 weeks, I don't give a fuck what nobody say, the worst team in the NFL. Now you compounded a problem by not only bringing back this scheme that clearly has been shown to be ineffective, you're bringing a guy in that got his ass exposed later on in the season, and not to mention, he's not a people person. That's not going to bode well for this football team. It's just not. Again, I'm happy that Ron Rivera didn't do, because, I mean, I guess, you know, between the two, I guess I would choose Vic Fangio, because I've seen him have success with some of these defenses, but I'm not a fan of this hire. I'm really not. It's just, it goes along with what I'm saying, that this team doesn't really want change. So, lo and behold, move on to offensive coordinator, because they did hire a new offensive coordinator. Basically, so what's happening is this. So it was going through different kinds of offensive coordinators. They was going through Cliff Kingsbury, who I was kind of iffy about. On one hand, I'm like, he has experience with mobile quarterbacks. He did work with Kyler Murray and Patrick Mahomes at Texas Tech. But I'm like, he didn't really do shit over in Arizona. He was kind of mediocre. In fact, his team had I think like a 7-1 start, and his team just fell apart, and he never was able to really allow. In my honest opinion, I'm going to keep it real with you, Kyler Murray's latter end of the season when he came back from injury, he played better than he ever has being under Cliff Kingsbury. I'm just keeping it real with you. Mind you, Jonathan Gannon is a defensive mind. He was playing better this year, like towards the end of this year, than I've ever seen him play outside of that streak. But he's playing better this year than I've ever seen him play in any of the years with Kingsbury. That's telling you a lot. Okay? So I'm like, oh, it's going to make sense, I guess. But I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that. But then again, right, let's look at your options. The Texans guy, I remember his name, he's definitely going to be a head coach somewhere, right? He's definitely going to be a head coach. They're going to interview him and make him a head coach. Ben Johnson, who, if it wasn't Bieniemy, I wanted him to be our head coach. Because what I've seen out of Detroit, he runs the goddamn ball. He only did one stupid thing, which is like, he called a bootleg on 4th down, which is stupid because you're limiting yourself to one. A lot of people were unfairly critiquing Dan Campbell for his 4th down, but really the plays were good. It just was a matter of the players executing those plays. Josh Reynolds was dropping the ball like a motherfucker. Jameson Williams dropped one. So the players weren't executing the plays. It wasn't like it was a bad thing. The only egregiously bad move I've seen out of Ben Johnson this whole playoff was him on 4th down running a bootleg because they ignored a wide open Jameson Williams on the opposite side. And had he not ran a bootleg that literally takes you to all the way to the right side and ignoring, you got to have both sides. You got to have as many options available to you during these fourth downs. It's important to pick stuff that has options, so you can so you can get past the marker. When you're rolling out to one side, now you basically just shut the door on yourself and made you kind of just like one-dimensional in a way, because you're only locked to one side. So if they got that side covered, there's ain't shit you can do about it because you're not throwing across your body. So that was the only egregiously bad play call that I seen Ben Johnson. One thing I love about Ben Johnson, again, Bieniemy was my dream head coach, and if not, OC at the very least. But with Ben Johnson, he runs the ball, and he wants to run the ball. Like, if he'll see the run working, and he'll keep going. It doesn't matter about putting the ball through the air. He knows how to put the ball through the air and get guys involved. But he is committed to running the ball. I'm like, this guy is perfect, right? He's not going to be an OC because this is a head coach candidate. So as far as Ben Johnson goes, he was rumored to the Detroit season was finished. He was going to be the head coach for the Commanders, which I actually was excited about that move. But it pissed me off because I'm like, goddamn, Bieniemy is still here. How the fuck do you just how you miss him? How you aggressively pursue a motherfucker who got his ass beat in that scheme, whose scheme fell apart? The scheme you've been running for the last 2-3 years, it fell apart. But you're going to aggressively pursue, but you have fucking Bieniemy in your sights. You don't even try to go get him. You didn't even try. So, I got to talk about some moves that's been made with the coach and shit like this. So, Ben Johnson is staying with Detroit. Detroit feel like they can run it back another year. I feel like they can, but they have to play. Couple things. There's only 2 things that I'm worried about. Okay? The future of this secondary, Detroit has to draft more corners. Because I guess, I don't know what happened to Kuda, but they need more depth at the secondary position as far as corners. A safety, Brian Branch, is the future of that team. Charles Gardner-Johnson, good chance he might re-sign back there. He's damn sure ain't coming back to Philly. I would love for him to come back to Philly, but the relationship's already broken, so that's not going to happen. But yeah, so Ben Johnson staying with Detroit. Dan Quinn, which I think is very, very stupid of the Washington Commanders. Dan Quinn is going to be the head coach of the Washington Commanders. I don't understand why. You don't need a defensive-minded coach. You need an offensive-minded coach because Sam Howell has to develop. Explain to me how the fuck are you going to get Sam Howell to develop with a defensive-minded coach? That's not what this team needs. This team needs an offense. They need an open, because they have the weapons. Jahan Dotson, McLaurin, Brian, I forgot this guy's name. I think his name is Brian. I don't remember what the running back name is. Brian Robinson. Brian Robinson is pretty damn good. They got this tight end, Logan Thomas. He's decent. Offensive line needs almost a complete overhaul, but you got players. So, you know, I think Curtis Samuel's over there too. So they got receiving depth. They need to build their offensive line. They need a guy who's going to develop Sam Howell. How the fuck is Dan Quinn going to do that when he's a defensive-minded coach? And your secondary is in shambles because Emmanuel Forbes, according to PFF grades, didn't do that well for you. That was your pick. Didn't do that well for this team. Your defense is in shambles because you gave your best defensive player, which was Chase Young. So you kind of like, you're in a rut right now. So I don't know. That was very foolish of the Commanders to do that. It's actually fucking laughable. Right? Tom McDonald, that guy who I said was like the best defensive coordinator in the league, he's going to coach Seattle. And they should be very, very fucking good on defense. Very good. And I'm going to mention Seattle a little bit later on, but congratulations to Tom McDonald. Well deserved. Well deserved. It sucks ass. I would like to see it. I would love to see it because he brought back Baltimore. Baltimore's been a little bit, you know, on a hush-hush defensively. He brought back Baltimore, what Baltimore is about, aggressive, punch-in-your-mouth defense, and I love every minute of it, okay? So, yeah, moving forward with that. So, going through Kingsbury, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, and then Kellen Moore gets mentioned. I'm like, why the fuck are we interviewing Kellen Moore? Because Kellen Moore, if you remember, all these years, Dallas Cowboys, Kellen Moore was not running the ball. I think one of the problems with Ezekiel Elliott and why he eventually, you know, didn't pan out. He had some good seasons, but he didn't pan out because they weren't actually giving him the fucking ball. Right? So they weren't giving him the ball, and for some odd reason, it's like, I don't know, it's like, I don't understand. You know, Kellen Moore has not been a successful offensive coordinator. He was successful in Dallas, and I will say, with Dallas, look at the rankings. They had fucking Amari Cooper and CeeDee Lamb on the same team. What the fuck do you expect? And they had the slowest tight end I've ever seen in my life, but somehow this nigga always get open. That's Jason Witt. I don't know how the fuck he did it, but he got open. You know what I'm saying? The offensive line was relatively healthy, so, I mean, and Ezekiel Elliott was a top 5 running back in the league at that point. So you had weapons to compensate. It wasn't just fucking Kellen Moore. And they fell apart. So Kellen Moore doesn't run the ball. He's notoriously known for not wanting to run the football. That's why I guess Eckler, I don't know how the fuck he had more carries than Philadelphia. That surprised the shit out of me. No, actually we had more carries with DeAndre Swift than they had with Austin Eckler. That's fucking crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? That's insane. So he's not committed to run the ball. And one of the biggest problems with this offense is that it was committed to not running the football. Right? And I'm looking at the route trees. And I'm like, okay, he uses the middle of the field. He's intermediate routes good. Where the fuck is the shit down the field? Where's the Hail Mary? I'm not saying we should completely get rid of the verticals. We use the shit too much and at points where it didn't make any sense. Don't get rid of the deep ball. Just use it when it's necessary. Not just fucking have every play we go on verticals. No. Mix it up. So he has none of that. It's like short intermediate routes, which is good, but it might get us in trouble in the long run. We can't get rid of the deep ball. We have to get those big plays down the field. And I know what niggas gonna say, you should be complaining, Bruce, because at the end of the day you was bitching about not having no single back plays. Now there's gonna be single back plays. What the fuck you crying about? It's not, any motherfucker can have single back plays. The majority of the league has fucking single back plays. What the fuck are you talking about? Like I dare y'all motherfuckers to come up with my conversation talking that bullshit. But you know, you always use bitches since 2021 about how to say you have it now you still bitching. Shut the fuck up. I'm bitching because your mother didn't come home in lingerie. Shut the fuck up. But anyway, moving on from that bullshit that y'all probably gonna pop in my ear. But it doesn't make a difference because he's not a good play caller, man. And who the fuck would know better? Scooter, one of the biggest Cowboy fans, knew that this nigga wasn't good. Every Cowboys fan in the world. This nigga's been a coordinator for at least 3 to 4 seasons. They knew he wasn't good. Chargers fans 1 year knew he wasn't good. We're just picking up people's garbage. That's why when they come to linebackers, we're hiring Joe Barry, who was a shitty defensive coordinator. Shitty. Every Packer fan and their mom was complaining about this guy. Then you got Mike Caldwell, failed defensive coordinator. Like, I mean, what the fuck? Like, I don't understand what's with the obsession about. Normally, when teams are ass, we are looking for the best of the best candidates. Like, for instance, Arizona, you know, according to what Arizona saw, oh shit, this defensive coordinator, Jonathan Gannon, led us to the Super Bowl. We're going to pick him up. Even though Jonathan Gannon wasn't great, man, we're going to pick him up. Right? Colts, Shane Steichen. Oh shit, he ran that off. He took that offense to the Super Bowl. One of the most explosive offenses in the league. Bam! Shane Steichen. Most teams that have issues with their ball club choose the best candidates. We're literally digging in the fucking garbage and saying, I got a jewel. No, bitch, it's like an old ass bag of fucking of a half-eaten McChicken sandwich that says like from fucking 2006. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? You niggas just literally digging in the fucking garbage. They talk about some, whoa, we got a jewel. Like, bitch, it's like a fucking hat. Like, the ring pop is fucking broken in half. Like, stop the bullshit. Like, stop. Just stop. This team is just picking up garbage. Now, part of me is like, well, there is changes being made, right? Because there are going to be more. I know for a fact there are going to be more single back plays. This defense is going to get more aggressive under Vic Fangio. Not too aggressive, but they are going to get more aggressive. We will see more, not a ton of blitzing, but we'll see a tad bit more aggressiveness with this defense. So there is to be changes being made, and also we've hired some hard-nosed, well, really one of them. We had 2 guys. I don't remember their names. I'm going to read it off, and I don't give a shit. Y'all familiar before. Clint Hurts, he's going to be our defensive line coach. He came from Seattle, was the defensive coordinator for the Bears in 2021. Had success with Vic Fangio. Our DB coach, or was Carl Scott. Carl Scott is currently the defensive assistant. He was brought back to Seattle under request for Todd McDonald. So we don't have a DB coach anymore. But Carl Scott had ties to Alabama. He was the DB coach for Seattle. He did a really good job developing guys like Witherspoon and Tariq Woolen. So he did a pretty good job of that. I think he sent up guys like 4 players to the Pro Bowl, or like something along those lines. And he has Alabama connections. So it was a good chance we had drafted a guy like Kool-Aid McKinstry or some shit like that. But he went back to Seattle, so dream deferred with that. This Carl Scott guy, and also I like what he said, man. So they asked him, like, yo, what do you think about defensive lines go back and cover? Because that's what the name of his defense. He said, I don't want big guys going backwards. Okay. And the way this nigga looked, he looked like he don't take no shit. So Carl Scott, whatever his nigga name is, Clint Hurts. Clint Hurts gonna be the real deal. Carl Scott, I don't know what the hell's gonna happen with him, but Clint Hurts, man, he looked like he don't take no shit. And that Seattle defensive line isn't too bad. So, you know what? Hey, like, I'm hopeful for that. So, out of all the hires, that was my favorite one. Obviously. So, here's the thing. Overall, how am I looking at 2024-2025 season? How am I looking into that? Part of me is split. My gut feeling says this is going to go very bad. And we're going to go without a playoff berth. That's my gut feeling. The Eagles fan in me is saying I got to calm down and just wait and see what happens. So, I'm going to tell you something right now. I'm not going to be surprised if you have a losing season and shit start falling apart. I'm not. But, I'm an Eagles fan till I die. I don't actually have a fucking choice regardless. I want to actually see this through. I'm going to calm down. The last 7 weeks have been terrible. These coaching hires is less than ideal. I'm just going to give it a shot. Okay? I'm not going to say nothing bad about any of the coaches. I'm going to give them a chance. I don't have a fucking choice anyway unless I want to go to be a Chiefs fan and shit. We'll go. Because they in the Super Bowl. I'm saying. And let me tell you something right now real quick before I end this video. Brock Purdy's overrated to the motherfucker. Not one game did he prove Cam Newton's theory wrong. Because I'm looking like, okay, maybe people hating on Brock Purdy too much. But he's overthrowing guys. He's having, interceptions being dropped in both games that could have been changed the tide of the game. Just getting fucking lucky. He's not really playing stellar. He's not. Detroit didn't capitalize on his opportunities. He's not. Brock Purdy, I don't see. I'm telling you, I'm trying to say, okay, give me a reason for why he's overhated. And I'm like, I can't. Because what the fuck? He got all these weapons, fully healthy. Everybody's healthy. And he's just doing the bare minimum and like damn near just getting away with fucking throwing balls in the coverage. And I'm telling you right now, he think he gonna do that shit with guys like goddamn McDuffie or Snead. Well, he gonna find out. Let that nigga try to, do some goofy shit and make bad throws. They catching them interceptions. I'll tell you that right now. And what they love about this Chiefs team, about Spagnuolo, he got those guys blitzing. They playing fast. They playing tough. They playing physical. This is the best defense the Chiefs ever had in the entire Patrick Mahomes era. So, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, I want my GOAT to get another title. You know what I'm saying? That's my goal. That's my favorite quarterback to ever. He might be my favorite player ever. I'm just going to keep it all the way 1,000. He's my favorite player ever. My GOAT, Patrick Mahomes, the only guy I would ever have replace Jalen Hurts. I guess just say if it's so wild shit happens, like, yo, Chiefs say, you know what, we had enough championships, we want to rebuild, want to get some draft capital, and they say, yo, trade Jalen Hurts and Patrick without a fucking, in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. That's the only guy I would ever want to see in the Eagles jersey playing quarterback 1 over Hurts. Everybody else, Josh Allen's pretty good, but he don't got that. Josh Allen's very fucking good. Don't get it fucked up. But Hurts just wins. Hurts get it done. Josh Allen, as much talent as he got, he'll do some shit where he'll not go through his progressions, not take what the defense giving him. He'll do some goofy shit, like he's like the mobile Brett Favre without the welfare scammer, allegedly. But he gonna do some goofy shit to like what the fuck you do? Why you throw that ball to covers like that? Hurts gonna do what it takes to get the job done. And that's why, as much as Josh Allen's a far superior talent, I will never take him over Jalen Hurts, because Jalen Hurts does what it takes to get it done, to win. Burrow's an interesting conversation, but I'm still going to choose Hurts over him. But Burrow's interesting because Burrow from year one has been a star. The only time he didn't play well was when he was battling an injury, and you can't really blame it on him, man, right? Much as y'all want to, you can't. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I got, y'all. So, that's it. Alright, y'all. Part 2 of the double upload week. So I talked about the Eagles first. I don't want to waste y'all time. So we got another button video. I know it's been a week. Welcome back, y'all. We got another button video. I can't fucking put that. I feel like I'm out of breath. Anyway, girl almost destroys the button. Uh-oh. So I better open up that wallet. Alright, so we back, man. Let's get it started, man. I ain't waste y'all time.
Of Adrian's deal breakers is someone who doesn't have a J-O-B.
Yeah. Tommy, you ain't got no job. No, play. We're gonna keep going.
I have a job.
I don't have a job.
You don't have a job?
What the fuck? Hell no! Hell no! Hey, bro, you remember the goddamn orphan scene where she was in the stalls and the fucking, or I forgot what the name of the girl, the antagonist was. You remember how she was going fucking crazy? The Smallville, little Johnny Bravo dressing ass nigga. I thought he was bad. God damn. This girl screaming like she getting, you know, whatever. I ain't gonna say because, you know, YouTube be, you know, whatever. God damn. Hell no, bro. What the fuck? Yo, somebody call a EMG or something. Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
Speed dating show.
Damn.
The button lights up red. Either player may press it and swap.
Shit, life alert button. This motherfucker. Somebody needs some help
Two people
fast.
can last on a date for 10 minutes. They win an
Your goddamn mom falling and you can't get that shit back up.
Is the button.
Hi.
And what the fucking Daft Punk is this shit right here?
One more time.
Sorry, head ass nigga.
You? Nice to.
What the fuck? This nigga act like he was about to do like some kind of like fucking Boy Scout handshake. This nigga was acting like he was about to be like, oh, okay. So you're gonna put your hand here, gonna put your hand here, wax on, wax off. Boy, you better get your ass out of here and do a song with The Weeknd, that big ass suit on. This nigga act like he about to. Jesus Christ.
Nice to meet you. My name's Joaquin.
Nice to meet you. My name's Amy.
Amy.
Oh, Tom Hanks,
And
look
where
at
are
that
you
nigga.
from, Amy?
I am from Queen Anne.
I don't know who Queen Anne is. I'm sorry.
Damn, let her finish.
Okay, cool. Cool.
Amy, ask him why his outfit.
Yes. Why the spacesuit? Why the astronaut?
A lot of people are interested in outer space, and I'm interested in inner space.
No more, don't sell me. I ain't.
There's some drugs. So I go bet to get this nigga plug right now, yo. The fuck wrong with this nigga? What kind of stupid ass answer is that?
People look, they see space and the stars, and they see all this stuff, and they're like really turned on by it, and I'm kind of disgusted by the negligence of the use of money in outer space.
I'm disgusted at the fucking drugs the plug gave you. They laced your shit up, nigga. They laced your shit more than a pair of Jordans. What the fuck is wrong with this nigga here?
How's your weekend been so far?
Been pretty good. I celebrated my best friend's birthday yesterday.
Oh, Taurus?
She like she creeped out by the
I
nigga.
saw a murder last night.
This nigga's scared.
Okay.
Oh, attempted murder. I was filming a video in California.
Hey, I feel bad for anybody or his friend that's up there doing illegal activity trying to get by. And this motherfucker will tell you the whole goddamn spiel. Like, yeah, so I had a best friend too. Yeah, his name was Johnny. He lives in 125 Appleseed Road. So I saw him, you know, he was arguing with his connect, you know, about some weed, and he just pulled out a 357 Magnum. It's black. He had the serial number scratched off too. That motherfucker will give the whole play-by-play, old Chris Collinsworth head ass nigga.
Yeah, and I saw a man get shot in the neck, and now we're trying to sell it to a news station. It's absolutely batshit crazy.
Wait, this motherfucker is, you batshit crazy. So, most motherfuckers I see it shooting, nigga, I'm traumatized. I ain't saying nothing to nobody, because you know what I'm saying, I gotta move around. I don't know if niggas saw me that I witnessed it, you know what I'm saying, I ain't no snitch. But let's just say if I was, right, in a hypothetical scenario, I saw a shooting, nigga, I'm keeping quiet. Don't nobody, I ain't telling my mama, my dad, I ain't telling nobody shit. As far as I'm concerned, though, I saw a goddamn Ferris wheel, nigga. I saw bikes riding, cars honking. I saw babies and strollers. I ain't seen nothing. What murder? You mean like us? I ain't see shit. You mean it must be like Murder She Wrote with Jessica Fletcher? Yeah, I seen that shit back in the day. It's been a minute, you know what I'm saying? It's been about 5 years or so. That shit used to come on the Hallmark Channel. Anyway, outside of that, this motherfucker is talking about it like this nigga is talking about like how this nigga grew up. Like he's talking about a casual as shit. Like, god damn. And this nigga talking, it's like he excited about some selling it. Who the fuck sees something traumatic like that and say, yeah, so I seen it, but we're looking to go sell it. You know, I'm looking for like the highest bidder. I was going to go to ABC, but I think CNN might got more money. I tried NBC or CBS, but you know, they're trying to hold out. You know, they're playing hard to get. Like, what the fuck is wrong with this nigga, bro? This nigga, yo, bust this nigga out. I'll be weirded out by you too, nigga.
So why did you press on me?
I knew you were not interested. Right off the bat.
Just because you thought that I wasn't interested, that's why you didn't want to continue conversation?
Yeah,
What? Bro, she really is affected by this shit, bro. This really bothers her. Bro, she dodged the bullet. She said, you could have hit me in my heart. I was better off dying. My life was miserable. What the fuck? Who the fuck dodges a bullet and said, damn, I wish this shit would have hit me so I could die? What the fuck? She dodged the bullet, nigga. That's crazy. You regret dodging a bullet? Alright. Alright. Next time somebody will come with a big ass Gatling gun, you ain't gonna be able to run for that motherfucker. And no bushes, no goddamn mailbox gonna be able to hide your little goofy ass. Jesus Christ.
Married and have like 100 kids, so like why waste each other's time?
Nigga, you don't belong bringing any other beings in this earth. Nigga, I wouldn't even trust you with a goddamn puppy. I wouldn't even trust you with a bird, nigga. I don't trust you with a goddamn squirrel that just came out your window, nigga. You probably would torture that motherfucker, cut off his head, and put it on top of your doorbell, you crazy ass nigga. Get the fuck out of here.
Be up on the next
Thank
week.
you.
Yeah, you anything but love, peace, and happiness, nigga.
Good afternoon.
What the fuck? This nigga like about to pull a knife out.
Joaquin, nice to meet you.
Are you each other's type?
Damn, what a conversation at?
You can say no, it's okay.
I know, yeah, you're not my type
It's okay.
off of like first looks.
Ida's type is someone funny, confident, and not afraid to show emotions. Does that describe you, Joaquin?
This motherfucker is a serial killer. I don't think this nigga has any. I think this nigga is probably upset if his victims get away from him. I think that's the only time this motherfucker show emotion. Or like if the body falls out the goddamn bag because the shit wasn't in the bag, wasn't zipped up properly. I think that's the only time this motherfucker show emotion. Swear to God.
Well into like the extreme aspects.
What do you mean extreme?
Like if like I'm heavily invested in someone, like if I'm actually seeking to build a future with them,
I mean, this motherfucker is talking about human relationships like it's stocks and bonds. Bitch, if you don't get your NASDAQ, your fucking American greed having ass on, boy, like you, that a fucking weird ass. They be like, yeah, so, you know, I'm looking for somebody with potential growth. You know, someone whose capital is in order. Like, motherfucker, you're talking about relationships, nigga. But with a woman. You think act like you about to go on like a fucking, they about to have a section for him. They interview him on goddamn MSNBC. Boy, if you don't get your goofy ass out of here.
all of me.
How soon do you give all of you?
That's what I'm struggling with.
Some nigga, man. What a tough nigga, man.
That's what I'm struggling.
I'm still filming. I have to stop that shit after that. Bruh, talk about shooting yourself in the goddamn foot. I mean, maybe I guess, you know, he's came to the conclusion already she don't want him. So he like, fuck it, I'm out. But you don't ever tell a woman you're not confident. Be like, yeah, I have no social skills. You know, I don't know how to talk. I don't know how to look some people in the eyes. You know, I don't know how to, you know, touch. Like I touch people just like I give people handshakes with like the Star Trek, the Big Daddy V. You know, I do that. You know, I don't know how to keep my hand straight and shake someone's hand. You know, when I kiss, I'm like super aggressive. I might bite your bottom lip. You know what I mean? Like, who the fuck's just outright just shoot themselves in the foot if they interest? Like, maybe shit, you could change the girl's mind last minute. Do you ever think about that? Rather than shoot yourself in the foot or whatever, you know, just closing the door's still open. You still gotta creep. Like, You know how somebody answered the door and somebody got they opened it, but it's like a chain, right? So continue the conversation. You get the whole goddamn door open. Don't stop it. Like apparently the person behind the goddamn door responded. Like just keep going.
Very soon.
I'd say probably. I'd say it's love bombing, but not from a place of.
And then she's like, all right, shut the fuck up. I got a concert to go to. Like shut your ass up. Get away from me.
Do not want to go on a date with me.
Time
Like
Warner looking at
you love hard. I don't want to break anyone's heart because I'm not at that point right now.
Okay? Think you
Damn, that was brutal, honestly, but I respect that.
So what's your name?
I'm Ida.
Damn, Tristan Thompson.
Nice to meet you. So, how old are you?
I'm 26.
I wish your ass played the way you talk.
What are you two looking for in a relationship right now?
I'm a tender person, man. I need somebody to be tender with me, man. I used to be out in the streets.
Was you a hoe? You
Never
said you was in
been.
the
I never
streets.
been on got large number. What about you?
So I want someone same as you, like kind of like caring, but also like grow together. Just don't be on your sex shit. Like I really just don't like that kind of stuff. I've met grown ass men that are children. If you're a child, don't fuck with me.
I mean, how much you understand what they're going through?
If you're in a predicament where you're trying, that's not.
This motherfucker talking like he got some warrants, like he ain't tell her about it. Like yeah, so like, what's your standard as far as thug? Do you like reform thug? Do you like thug that's like trying to like still find a way out the streets? Like what type of thug, what type of man what type of like, you know, real street nigga you looking for? Because like I'm kind of like I got one foot on the sidewalk and I got the other like, you know, right after the crosswalk. So like you gotta let me know what you're looking for. Like this nigga act like he got some crazy shit in his past or something. He trying to like see if it's a right. If he should reveal all of it or he should keep telling the shit to himself. He confused.
But if you're a person who chooses to sit on your ass and be in home all fucking day while someone's working, oh, I can't find out because you're just looking on your phone. No, get up off your ass, do some shit. You can find other jobs, like, you know, like work through it. Go ahead, that's fine.
And and I'll tell you why I did it. I think that you have to come to a term of forgiving people for not being their best selves. And that's...
What the fuck? Am I right or what? Am I right or what? What did I say? Like, you know what? You too strict. You know, if you see I got some drugs underneath the mattress, you might like go like call the cops immediately. So like I can't fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? If I go give you this money, go make a play. You might just spend it on like some Coachella bags or some shit. You know what I mean? So I can't do that, man. You gonna get me killed? Nah. You'll get me in jail or killed. So, nah, I can't. Nah.
I mean, thinking you have it.
Ida, was that surprising?
Yeah, I kind of liked you a little bit. Anyways,
I
nice to meet
appreciate
you. Bye. Angel.
Damn, that she hurt. She's like, yeah, I hope you have a nice day. Bye. God damn, that. If butt hurt was a word, if butt hurt had a picture in the dictionary, it'd be her ass. God damn.
Thank you, Ida.
She gonna cry out the door. Somebody get her some Kleenex.
How you doing?
Hello.
Dominique.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, that's it. Tell me, what's your name again?
Yaya,
Yaya? Okay, cool.
question for you is, what is like your ideal first date?
It's not this.
No.
What the fuck? Hey, you a bitch. That's why I can't fucking stand the butt. You see this shit? Like, he might have liked her, and you just fucked it up. Like, come on, bro. Like, you wildin'. Like, why are you doing that, bro? Like, matter of fact, I've never seen this fucking butt do that shit to a woman. And listen, I don't mean to bring the gender into this shit, but I have to keep it real. I've seen the button sabotage many of the male guests that they had on their show, but I've never seen one time the goddamn button to sabotage a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like you want equality, right? Like bring a little equality to this motherfucker. Like goddamn, like you up to every time a man is like maybe possibility he might not be interested in giving it a chance to let it play out. You already fucking it up from the get go, like bruh.
I like the water. I like to look at the water.
Do you wakeboard or wake surf or? Okay.
I just like
Would
to
you-
like.
would you try it?
I would.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I'm down to bust my ass. I don't know what the box wants to say, but I don't really like city girls.
City girls. Okay.
I think like the stipulations that come along with that is kind of dumb.
Like a New York City girl? Like
No.
no. Like, what, okay,
That
so
motherfucker played on me like, no, that shit didn't light up yet? Ah, nah, I was making sure my hands was warm. I don't think no heat coming out of it. I'm just gonna pretend like it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit, it's a little nippy in this room. You know what I'm saying? This long sleeve shirt ain't cutting it.
Yeah,
City
so,
girls,
yeah, I
city
guess.
girls kind of like, fly me out, do this, do this, do this. You like.
Wait, I'm sorry. Why is that a city girl?
Like, it's not that, not just that, let me finish.
Okay.
Like, the intentions is not to actually get to know. You just have this standard that is not an understanding.
Okay.
Why the fuck she seems like she's confused? But I think he's pretty damn clear. For me, it looks like, yo, he don't want a woman that just interested in him for what the fuck he can provide. Like, he wants a woman that actually likes him for him. Like, that ain't fucking hard. She like, oh, okay. Like, what the fuck? Like, yo, it was obvious what the nigga was saying. I ain't talking to me, pause, but I understand what the fuck this nigga was saying. How the hell you sitting in front of him in real time and you don't understand what he's saying? That's crazy. Yeah, he might have dodged the bullet because her ass she looked like her listening skills ain't too good. I think she may need a checkup or something, or a hearing aid. Man, she touched that motherfucker like it was a rat on there and she wanted like rat tail. She like if you don't like the nigga, bam, that's it. Like, hey, I'm chilling. But like, yo, her ass seemed triggered, so I think bro dodged the bullet. Brett 5 years before the fame.
Yeah, that was a little weird, but okay.
That nigga up there, I'd be like, hell yeah, I'm out there, bitch.
That was really weird. I didn't like that.
What was weird about it? He was clear about his intentions. If anybody made it weird, the button fucked it up because the button, instead of having a regular, organic, conversation, the button just fast forward all that and said some shit that basically, you know, ruined a possible connection between the two. So if anybody made it weird, it was the button. It's not the dude. The dude was pretty clear on what his intentions were. The button just decided to just play something in there. He was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go with the flow. Hey, yo, if Baker Mayfield went straight Justin Bieber thugged out, it's this nigga right here. So this what this nigga doing since he lost against Detroit. All right, bet. All right, Baker, do your thing. You did have a great season this year, I ain't gonna lie.
So, Adrian says the only reason not to date him is the size of his...
Why the fuck are you niggas putting shit in your application that's like literally a fucking incel behavior? Why are you doing this? What's the fucking point? I really want to know. Like, the button's already looking to sabotage every nigga that's on there, right? Why the fuck are you literally, again, the idea of shooting yourself in the foot. Why do you put shit in your application that's literally going to damn you? Like, it's not going to get you, it's going to hold you back. It's like, yo, like, let's just say some shit like, I still wet the bed and I'm 20-something years old. Like, that's what these niggas will put in the application. Like, why the fuck would you even put some shit like that in there? Or like, I've been laid off, I'm only 23 years old, but I've been laid off from like 7 jobs. What the fuck? Who puts shit in there that's going to literally kill their chances? It's crazy.
Apartment?
Apartment.
My apartment is 270 square feet. It's a little small. Bed's a twin, but you know.
You have a bathroom?
Yes, and I have in-unit washer dryer. Have a stove. Everything.
Wow.
Now,
She had played it off. She's like, wow, I can't wait till this fucking buzzer hits so I can get your ass out of here. Wow. Oh my god. Wow.
so you know it's all fitting.
Do you I guess like have you been dating? Like, are you a serial dater? Or...
God damn, nigga. What the fuck? Is it thunder and lightning outside? Shit. You know all the contestants got to use that button too. Calm y'all asses down. Damn. If y'all don't like each other, one of y'all motherfuckers gonna hit it anyway. Relax. Same team, nigga. Except I'm both of y'all going to free agency, so fuck it. God damn.
You two went hard. Tell each other. Tell me why.
I don't know. I just wasn't.
Yeah, yeah. I wasn't giving you the vibe. It just wasn't there.
It was his grills.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, it was nice meeting
Nice
you.
meeting you.
Hi, what's your name?
Adrian. Nice to meet you. What's your name?
Jalen.
It's like Alien with the Jet, right?
Yes.
Probably the first time you heard it, huh?
No, because I tell everyone that.
Oh, really?
I was like, because they don't know how to pronounce it, because it's either Jillian or something.
Jalen.
Yeah.
Probably
Yes.
a lot of Jalen.
Yeah.
I had a purpose before everybody had an opinion.
What's your job?
Funny as hell.
That you have to
It was
know?
Jalen Hurts. Look.
Yeah, no, I work at Geico. I'm like a
Oh,
claims
you're-
trainer.
Hey, tell the Gecko I said what's up. Oh yeah, tell the Caveman, anytime you down for a tennis match, hey, I got you, bro. I still got it. I haven't played it in how many
All
other
about insurance.
I want you to teach her about insurance in a sexy voice.
Oh my.
In a
Okay.
sexy voice.
This motherfucker like, God damn, I don't know what to do all that with her. I ain't really fucking with her like that. But, shit, man. Baby Craig, tell your fine ass daddy I said, ah. That nigga mom like, ugh.
Scenario. Someone get hit by a car. Now what?
Why the fuck is she so excited about somebody getting hit by a car? Like, somebody got hit with a car, they died, they're bleeding out their mouth. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, what everybody with this masochist ass attitude, bro?
Someone hit my car. What do I do? What's the next step?
Dang, okay, I'd be like, damn, someone hit your car. I
The
really
fuck is with these
don't have-
stupid
One of Adrian's deal breakers is someone who doesn't have a J-O-B.
Yeah.
Damn, she spelled that shit out until like she didn't know what they like the shit ain't 3 letters.
When you were young, your mama drop you on your head.
What the fuck? Yo. She don't need no goddamn date with a man. She need a fucking therapist, nigga. She need to sit on the couch. I'm about to talk. Ooh. She got some issues, bruh. She got some issues, and I ain't talking no goddamn newspaper. She got some issues. Her ass gonna end up on a fucking newspaper. She keep playing like she keep walking around without no goddamn therapy, nigga. What the fuck wrong with her? Why should they breaking the goddamn butt? Like, what the fuck? Like, nigga, damn. Should I scare the shit out of myself and I was just playing around? Like, what the fuck is wrong with these people, yo? They got issues.
How?
See, I wish you was that aggressive on Jobs Indeed, on Craigslist. Fuck the get aggressive on the date. Or be aggressive about getting your life together. Like, oh shit, the rent due. Oh shit, I'm about to be evicted. Oh shit, I ain't got my own place to live. No pot to piss in. Be aggressive about that. The fuck? Goofy ass. That motherfucker like, yeah, that nigga like,
Elizabeth, Adrian, nice to meet you.
You? I always like to ask people this question. I know it's super random, but would you choose waffles or pancakes?
Oh, waffles, for sure. I love waffles. Pancakes, I don't know, they're not as fluffy. They don't have the nice fluff to them.
Hell no, pancake gang over here,
What
bro.
are you talking about?
Waffles, they have those little indents, so when I'm spreading my Nutella on them, like I get a big bite of just flavor.
She like, alright, I don't like that answer. Get your ass out of here.
Like, the romantic chemistry, like, just isn't there for me.
I feel that, for sure.
Yeah.
She like, you describing that shit like a motherfucking kid, like a Nutella, nigga. Like, bitch, you better get your ass some Aunt Jemima maple syrup, whatever the fuck they call that shit, Pearl Miller, whatever, nigga. Get you a grown ass man, Nutella, nigga. You even get your little fucking, I'm a big kid now, head ass on. Get your ass some goddamn maple syrup, nigga. It's a Mrs. Buttersworth, motherfucker.
It's nice to meet you.
What are you looking for right now, Elizabeth?
Low key, a husband. I'm at a point in life where
On the fucking dating? Are you stupid?
Special to spend life with.
Hi.
Hi.
Poison, I've done lost some goddamn mind.
Good
I
at
love
you.
your hair.
Thank you.
It's beautiful.
That nigga like a super trooper.
Thank you so
Oh,
much.
Reno 911.
Okay, I got a question.
Okay.
What kind of porn do you watch?
What the fuck?
Whatever's on the front page, honestly, as long as it's like,
That's lazy.
I know, I'm just like,
What the fuck? What the fuck? Why were these two, yo? Hey, listen, I'm gonna let this go on to see how the fuck it's gonna turn out. But already, I don't like where this is going.
done quick, I'm sorry.
I don't really watch porn. I have, like, out of curiosity, checked it out, but it's not really for me. I feel
So
like
wait a minute, if you're not interested, why the fuck would you even pose that question again? Trying to sabotage the niggas. You see what I'm saying? Like, I ain't making this shit up. You're looking at it in a different scenario. Like, come on now. Let me play this shit. My bad about the dot.
What are your biggest insecurities?
I think my biggest insecurity is probably like my hair, actually. I have like 4 cowlicks. So I have
The
2
fuck is
back
that?
here that kind of alfalfa.
Wait, can you turn it?
Yeah, I'll show you.
Oh, I mean, I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't have noticed that, like, otherwise.
My barbers know what they're doing.
I've had the same hair for, like, a long time.
Really? It looks
I had it
great.
this short in, like, 4th grade, and then after that, I was like, no.
Fun fact about Max, he has sold video games to MTV and Nickelodeon.
Damn.
Like, ones that you created?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
in high
cool.
school, I made like the flash games that you play in like the libraries, and made like $10,000 to $14,000.
Oh shit, I thought this nigga was like dressed out as a designer. He got some regular shit on. Like this nigga just came up from the military.
I think I tend to be like more active outside or like reading. Right now I'm working on a science fiction book. So.
Cool. Do you like Star Wars then?
I'm not like super into Star Wars, but I love to like sit down. I like to sit down and watch it.
I've just seen like the OG Star Wars like movies. I love that as a kid.
So Elizabeth wants to get married. She's ready to settle down and have kids.
Well, I don't want kids like now, but like in 4 or 5
You're like, alright, I ain't think about all that. I just met her like within like 30 seconds. Like, yo, let's just watch some Star Wars together. Let's watch some goddamn Star Trek or something. Let's go read a comic book together. Like, goddamn, you moving too fast. Like, chill. Let's go get a cup of coffee or something.
Fair.
Yeah.
So wait, when are you looking to get married though?
Can we share some food first? Like,
Like,
damn.
a specific timeline or
I don't want to like rush anything.
so no wedding bells next year then, unless it works.
Probably not. That would be a little insane.
I've lit up red a few times. Nobody's pressing me. You two have it?
Yeah, I'm having fun.
I like you.
I think you're pretty cool.
I'm gonna light up red one more time. If you don't press me, I'm gonna consider it a match.
My hands are up here.
Alright. My bad about that. I gotta talk fast as fuck. This episode was a little boring. Some good moments here and there, but other than slamming the button, that was pretty much it. This shit was a little boring. I had to kind of like try to strive for content. This is like probably one of the lesser entertaining ones. Either way, went to the episode, did my part. Few things before we go. I'm about to die for real, for real. Alright, bet. Few things before we go. I'm not watching the fucking Pro Bowl. That shit is ass. I'm not watching the fucking flag football with grown ass men. You gotta be fucked up. Nigga, you about to put that shit on ESPN like Ultimate Frisbee or something. I'm not doing that shit. So that ain't happening. We're gonna be moving on to like shit like reacting to movies I never seen before, react to some, maybe do a whole show series. That ain't gonna be happening anytime soon. I think for the next couple of weeks, I'm gonna still stick with the button. If y'all want to react to the Super Bowl, let me know down in the comments. I'll also pose that question on the on my social media, right, when I get back to it. Alright? That's it. Enjoy the rest of y'all work. Gonna love y'all guys. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's all I gotta say. Peace. Excuse me. Alright.